Greetings all, thedvsmonkey here. Today, I'm going to talk about some healthy stuff, or maybe some not healthy stuff that I'm trying to change. This holiday weekend was filled with a lot of eating out and kind of overeating because, again, I was skipping lunch. So I'd get up, we either make breakfast or I'd go get us breakfast. Then I would be working on the studio all day and I wouldn't eat anything for lunch. And then I would go get us dinner and overeat dinner. And maybe once or twice in there was some dessert involved at the end of the night as well. I can't keep doing that. So today I went grocery shopping and I made healthier choices about the food that I got. I also have been, watching a bunch of videos and seeing a lot of articles about drinking lemon water in the morning when you first get up to sort of help get things flowing and blah, 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 and it's supposed to be really good for you. I have decided that I was going to drink a concoction that I have read, with slight changes here and there, but basically it's just, you cut a lemon up, you put a half a lemon into like 8 ounces of room temperature water, you put in some turmeric, some cayenne pepper, some maple syrup, you mix it up and you drink that. Now, some people drink lemon water throughout the day. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I am gonna start off with that little concoction first thing in the morning, as long as I'm just sitting here, and I'm gonna try to help move things along and get myself back into gear. Working on the studio this weekend, which obviously you saw involved moving all the furniture, taking all those panels, those wooden panels off the wall, taping everything, painting, all the bending and the stretching and up and down the stairs 1,000 times really took their toll on this old broken body. And I am still like my back is just screaming at me. Oddly enough, as exhausting as it was, I'm having a hard time falling asleep. I've been staying up later and later, and then in the morning, I'm waking up fairly early, forcing myself to stay there, and then getting up and feeling tired. So I believe I need to not lay there beyond when my body wakes me up, provided if it's before 7, I'm not getting up. One of the things that I have always had a real hard time with is potato chips. Potato chips, Doritos, any kind of chippy thing. I can eat bags of it at a time. My wife, one time she made me pasta. I don't know, it might have been sour cream and onion potato chips. And there was, some on the bottom of the bag. And I basically just dumped them onto the pasta and ate it. And she sat there and looked at me and she goes, "You're complaining about gaining weight and you just dumped like that bag of potato chips onto your pasta? Come on, dude." And the other thing that she had told me. Now, this is coming from a person who she felt she was overweight. She did not like the way she looked, and she clamped down and lost 37 pounds. So I was going to take her advice. It's nothing that I don't know, because I used to be really healthy. I mean, I used to be an Iron Man and all that kind of stuff. So, being in good physical condition is nothing new to me. It's just something way in the past. Anyways, she said that my problem is that instead of like taking a handful of chips out and putting them on the plate and eating them, which is fine, she said, you always bring the whole bag and then you just don't stop. And I have to take the bag away from you because you'll literally eat the entire bag just out of habit of just continuing to shovel them in. I agree with that. I kind of went crazy at some point during this pandemic lockdown and I bought a shit ton of chips. Like I got a couple different kinds of Doritos, bunches of different kinds of potato chips and all that kind of stuff. I was buying French onion dip. It was just crazy how much of that I went through. So I'm surprised that I'm not a lot heavier than I was, but I'm also not losing any weight either. So I've gone steadily up in like not even half-pound increments for the past few weeks. And that needs to stop. Especially, again, once I get back on the road, it's going to be harder to incorporate good habits because there's nothing but bad habits when you live on the road. Excuse, I know, but that's the way it is. It's a reality. So now I need to do this while, I should have been doing this all along, but okay, here we are. Today is today, and I'm going to take control. So that's why I went out. I bought a bunch of fruit. I'm going to do the lemon drink concoction thing every morning. And I've been drinking a lot more water. That is one thing that I have picked up in the past week or so because I've been so thirsty. And in doing the office this weekend, I was just like gulping it every chance I got. This is just a short video. I also had long blathering videos this past week and a little bit too long, and I think people aren't really tuning into that much. I just wanted to go over, my plans for the rest of this week of what I want to try to do to jumpstart my good health, to get my body to start repairing itself and healing and feeling better, because I have felt like shit for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And I don't want to rely on ibuprofen, and I don't want to have to go to the chiropractor twice a week and all that kind of stuff. So lots of rolling on the yoga thingy, and I got to start eating a little bit better. And that's all I wanted to talk about. So I don't know, what do you guys do? Again, I sort of gave the recipe for that lemon drink that I'm going to drink every morning, that a lot of people seem to be saying that you should do. I'm sure it's going to taste like shit, but whatever. What do you guys do? What are some of the routines that you do to sort of make your body take care of itself? Because it is a self-healing mechanism if it's given the proper fuel. What kind of diet do you have? What works for you? What are some of your weaknesses? Like I said, for me, it's all chips. I could freaking eat chips with everything. And sometimes I quite often do. Let me know in the comments below. Strike up a conversation. Thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe, and all that shit. And remember, kids, forward and up.